Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the cat lady. So last time we found out why the cat lady is so sad all the time. And now we were tied up in the tub with duct tape and we were telling the backstory of how she lost her husband and her baby 10 years ago. And we were duct taped with Mitzi in the bathtub, and now the guy just came in and unduct taped us and freed us. And now we need to go in here and figure out what he's doing with Mitzi. Let's enter here. Let's see. Open the cupboard. I was looking to see if maybe the corkscrew is there. Open the fridge.
I need a mug of coffee first.
That's like photorealistic refrigerator, by the way. Everything else is like hand-drawn. Kettle, my coffee. I need an empty mug. Not right now, though. Let's see if there was a corkscrew there.
You sick son of a bitch. What do you want me to do? I don't understand.
Play the piano. He wants me to play the piano. He must be like deaf and crazy. Well, maybe the cats will come jump on him. Oh no, she's dying. Better go help her. Pull her up. Need to find something for her to stand on first. That damn table's too heavy. Let's see. Not the window, the chair. Let's see. Push it. Under her. Now pull it up. Quick, quick, quick.
Stand still, Mitzi. I'm gonna be right back with a knife, and I'll cut you down, alright?
Well, you could take the noose around from her neck, but whatever. So maybe she does have some superpowers as the cat lady. She can summon killer cats. Just like regular cats, but slightly bigger prey.
There. Eating you. This is...
Don't look, Mitzi. Don't look.
Interesting way to resolve a problem. Chapter 6, The Legend of the Cat Widow. And we're back to a bright scene. Bright blue sky. It's almost Hell Road if the E and the N are faded so much. Maybe she is in hell. It would make sense. She did kill herself at the beginning. And horrible things do keep happening to her.
We're really going to do it, aren't we?
Yes, Mitzi. You will finally get your closure. Maybe I will get mine too.
Did you take that map with you?
Yes.
You can always refer to it if you get lost.
I've lived in this building for many years. I won't get lost, Mitzi.
But it'd be a good idea to cross people off. Once we're sure it's not them, it might give us a clear picture of how far we've got. Right. Okay. Good luck, Mrs. A.
Mitzi, are you sure you're feeling up to it? This recent incident, it must have been pretty tough for you.
No, I'm good. Never felt better, Mrs. A.
All these things happen so close to each other. It's amazing. Now Mitzi in your inventory if you need to talk to her. So let's look at the map. We are here on the second floor. So J and I Davis is directly across from ourselves. Let's go talk to them first. We're looking for the Eye of Adam, this online troll that convinced Mitzi's boyfriend to kill himself to confront him. Let's see. Examine the door. Joe Davis lives here with his wife. I haven't seen them for a while though. Maybe they've gone for a holiday. Let's listen. I think I heard something. No, it was probably just my imagination. I didn't hear anything. Let's knock. I guess they're not in. That's great. I never liked them that much. Let's see. Open the door then. It's locked. Well, Mitzi says she has the lockpicking ability. What happens if we talk to her?
What next?
Let's look around first. We must check everyone. I'm absolutely sure Eye of Adam is living in one of these flats.
Let's have her pick the lock.
Can you unlock this door for us?
Let's see. Blimey. You don't see these very often. This is a very special lock. It would take someone much more skilled than me to open it.
Great. I thought you were an expert.
I am. But this lock is just beyond me. Why would anyone need one of these here? They must have something to hide.
Is there any other way we can get inside then?
Well, not unless we can find some plastic explosives or a pneumatic drill. Or a key.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's a key lying around here somewhere.
Well, what can I say, my friend? Let's try to think positive.
So, the other thing that you could get through a door like this would be, oh, I don't know, like a drill, just a regular drill. With the right metal bit, you can go right through a bolt. You could use an axe to chop down the door. Any number of tools. They don't like having really good locks on buildings anyways. Just makes it harder for the people that actually own the building, because obviously somebody rents out all of these flats. Let's go to the ground floor. So they would have master keys. We've got a new lady to talk to. We can't walk to the right, so it's the dog lady. Interesting. We'll just, she has that name. Let's talk to her. She lives in flat 2 with the stinky mongrel of hers. I can't remember her real name. I always call her the dog lady. So this is the cat lady versus the dog lady. Needless to say, we're not the best of friends, but we usually do our best not to show it. Let's talk to her.
Hello. You live on the first floor, am I right?
Yes, that's correct. Flat 2. And you're Susan Ashworth, I presume. I've been meaning to talk to you, actually.
Really? Is something wrong?
Well, it's those cats. I understand you're trying to do a good thing, but it's become unbearable lately. This can't be sanitary for people living here. And I'm sure it's not allowed by the council either.
Look, they're not my cats. Are the cats bothering you?
Are the cats bothering you?
Yes, they are, actually.
They usually stay outside anyway. I bet you hardly ever see them.
I see them all the time, actually. Ever since the Morrisons from Flat 1 moved out last month, your cats seem to reside permanently on my floor. And that sofa, my God! They're always gathered round it like it's their shrine. It was Morrison's responsibility to dispose of it, but they just left it there. And a whole load of other rubbish, too.
Okay, that's not my fault really, is it?
But you encourage cats to come here. You feed them. Everyone knows that. Every time I take William for a walk, he gets upset and tries to chase them away.
There's a very valid point here. Don't feed strays. Either take the stray in and take care of 1, maybe 2, at most 3 cats and feed those, or don't feed strays because they breed like crazy and they're not very much useful to have to overrun a city with them. Even a city like New York City, which is completely overrun with rats, they don't encourage people to have stray kittens and cats all over the streets. It's too much of a mess, and they get hit by cars, and then they don't live good lives themselves because they're always going from starvation and stealing and hunting and fleas and ticks, and it's just not a good life to encourage cats to breed and bring more cats into that bad life. Did you say they sleep on the old sofa? Who's William?
Did you say they sleep on the old sofa?
I didn't say they sleep. Have you not listened to me?
Everybody
I'm
wants to
beginning
accuse her
wonder if
to
they
not
ever sleep,
listening.
actually. They just keep climbing up and down the wretched thing. They're noisy. They leave germs all over the place. They've scratched upholstery and the paintwork. And William keeps chasing them. He's so
Is
quick,
that why
I
this
can't hurt him
building
most
looks
of
so
the time.
terrible?
What if he runs
Cats
off
have
and
scratched
gets
the walls so
lost?
much?
I'm telling you, we've never had such problems before you decided to bring here these homeless devils.
Who's William?
William is my dog, of course. He's 12 years old, you know. He shouldn't be running after cats at his age.
Let's go ahead and say they're not my cats.
Look, they're not my cats.
You're Susan Ashworth, the cat lady. We all know what you do. Everyone's sick of those cats, and I am too. Brian said he will get in touch with animal control if things don't improve.
He already did.
Really? Well, I certainly don't see any improvement on first floor. It's still completely overrun by these filthy creatures. He'll have to talk to them again.
I hear they've run out of business recently.
Then he'll have to find another one. This is just not good enough.
Alright, that's enough information I guess I'm gonna get out of her.
I have to go now. See you later.
It's interesting how Mitzi is not even looking into that conversation. She's looking the other way. I think that was probably just a convenient coincidence, but it's kind of silly. She should have looked and watched at least. Looks heavy, like it's meant to be a storage place for cleaning products, vases, and junk mail. Those who have lived in this house as long as me will know there's actually a door to the basement behind it. No one goes down there anymore. It's not safe, apparently. There's nothing useful inside, just piles and piles of leaflets. So, why would you block off a door to the basement? I could push the cabinet out of the way, but I don't really want to be seen. If only we could get rid of the old witch somehow. Someone put freshly picked flowers in the vase to brighten up this grim-looking hall. They're like a bunch of roses on a long-forgotten grave.
Maybe one day you will forgive flowers, Mrs. A.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Smell the flowers. Oops.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push it.
Don't worry, Mrs. A. Could have happened to anyone.
I'll clean it in a minute. But please, be more careful in the future, yes?
Seems like the
You
flowers.
be more careful, nosy old witch.
Seems like the flowers are. Let's take a piece of glass. Those flowers seem to have a problem with me as much as I have a problem with them. Small communal mailbox that holds all tenants mailed in separately locked compartments. No mail for Susan Ashworth. Surprise, surprise. All the other compartments are locked. And they can't walk outside. The guy is hiding here in the house. I have no reason to go outside. Again, problems with it just skipping up and skipping dialogue. If you even accidentally hit an arrow key, it seems like enter should be the only thing that moves forward. So we're on flat 1 and 2. That's floor 1. We've looked at the second floor, which is the one we're on. So let's move on to the third floor. It's been hung out to dry a long time ago. Let's go and quote-unquote borrow this rag. So, people that accuse you of not listening and not paying attention, I think you probably should not deal with those people very much, because it's really just an aggressive form of aggression. That's not a complete sentence or thought, but yeah, if you ask more questions and people get mad at you, that means they're not forthcoming, they're probably not being honest, they don't want to give you any more instructions or help or anything, so they're completely negative in their perspective there. Think of like a kindergarten teacher. How awful would a kindergarten teacher be if she told one of the students, one of the kindergartners, "You're not paying attention. I'm not going to explain you how to spell cat. You should have paid attention the first time. You're just a rude little kindergartner." I mean, that would be an awful teacher, wouldn't it? And it's the same for adults and adults. If people aren't paying attention, it's because they didn't understand it. If people don't know something and they're asking a question, they've already admitted they don't know something and they're asking a question. So reinforcing that and saying somebody's not paying attention, yeah, that's how the human brain works. If you it sometimes shuts off for a brief second, doesn't pay attention. You sometimes don't understand things. So I can see it's really frustrated with that. My only recourse in my personal life is to tell any, if somebody says something like that, I say, yeah, you're right. You were boring. I couldn't pay attention. Just go even more aggressive, over the top. It's like, you're right. I wasn't paying attention. In fact, I don't even care now. Bye. But that's my little rant about people who say you're not paying attention. Either answer the question, be honest, be helpful, or don't. Let's examine this crank. How funny would it be if this crank went missing? He probably wouldn't even notice until the very last minute when he's ready to leave for work with no time to spare. So if I take this guy's bike, this is the guy who sent the animal control guy after me, so can't be done by hand, though I need a tool to remove it. Since Brian doesn't own a car, every day he rides his bicycle to get to work. It's not just his pride and joy, but it's also his only means of transportation. I bet he'd be gutted if something happened to it. As much as I want to, the noise would only alarm him. I'm sure I can think of a better way to get back at Brian. It's like, get back at him. I mean, you kind of have to wonder how much of what he thought was going to happen there. He thought he was just going to call animal control and they were going to kill all the cats. That's enough to start a fight right there. But then animal control tried to kill her too. This is Brian's flat. He deserves to be taught a lesson. If it wasn't for him, I would have never gotten kidnapped by that crazy guy and his cannibal wife. Let's listen. I can hear someone walking inside. Brian's definitely in. I really don't want to talk to him, but let's do it. No, I don't want to talk to him. There must be some other way that we can get inside and check if he's who we're looking for. I'd really like to teach him a lesson, show him I'm not someone he should be messing with. Did we knock on this door? The old man lives here. I don't think it'll be long until he's taken into care. But right now he still seems independent enough to do his shopping and cleaning. Sometimes I see him in the hallway. Polite guy, always says hello and smiles. Still something not quite right about him. Early stage of dementia, perhaps. Let's listen. I thought I heard someone cough. He's home all right. Let's talk to him.
Would you like to talk to him?
Sure. I'll pretend I'm doing one of those customer surveys. Old people usually have time to answer lots of stupid questions.
They just want some attention, Mitzi.
Hello there, sir. If you could spare us just a few minutes of your time, we'd like to ask some questions about your internet service provider.
I'm not interested. I don't have any money. Go bother someone else.
Oh. But we're not trying to sell anything. It's just a little survey.
What? Wait a second. I can't hear what you're saying, sweetie. Let me get my hearing aid.
Do you think he'll be back with a shotgun?
Don't be silly. This isn't America.
I thought I heard someone. What did you want?
Let's ask if he lives alone, or does he have a computer connected to the internet?
Do you own computer connected to the internet?
Say again?
Own a
Right.
computer connected to the
Okay.
internet, perhaps?
Do you...
I can't hear you very well, dear. You'll have to speak up. I'm an old man, you know. I'll be 85 this year.
Do you live alone?
When you're an old man like me, you end up watching all your friends and family die. I'll be 85 this year, but I can still cook my dinner and I make my bed every morning all by myself.
So, you do live alone then?
Look, young lady, I don't need any help. I've told them already. I can manage just fine. I can still cook my dinner, and I make my bed every morning all by myself. And not that it's any of your business, but when I die, I'll die in my own home, in my own bed.
I'm honestly not trying to take that away from you. We're just here to ask about...
I will not have anyone washing me, or dressing me, or feeding me. I can manage. I've done it all my life, and it'll stay this way. I can still cook my bed, and I make my dinner every morning, all by myself.
He's got it backwards that time.
Do you have a computer?
There's no need to shout. I've got my hearing aids. I can hear what you're saying.
Sorry.
A young, pretty lady like yourself wouldn't understand about old age. We live in two different worlds, dear. And if you're here to make fun of me, why won't you just go ahead and be done with it?
No, with all respect, I just wanted to ask if you by any chance own a computer.
Pardon?
A computer!
Wait a second, dear. I think I need to change the batteries in my hearing aid.
This is
I
as
must have
bad
forgotten
as
to switch
calling
them
the
off
police.
last night. I'll be right back.
No, wait! Jesus. I don't think I've got enough patience for this, Mrs. A.
To be honest, the chances that he's our guy are pretty slim. I think we should go.
Yeah, this is pointless. Even if he did have a computer, he probably wouldn't even remember how to switch it on.
Let's say goodbye quickly and try to look elsewhere.
Can I help you?
Not really. We were just going.
What? I don't want to buy anything. I told you before. I'm not interested. I don't have any money. Go bother someone else.
I didn't mean to pry. Please accept my apology.
No. It's me who should be sorry. I haven't even offered you ladies a cup of tea.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Mary always liked her tea milky. She'd put the tea bag in the milk in first, and then finally she'd add hot water. I kept telling her it's the wrong way, but she never listened. She was always so stubborn, my Mary. I miss her every day.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Everybody we meet is either crazy or suffering in some other way. It's a very interesting way to tell a story, fleshing out all the characters, showing that every person has problems. Every person is an actual character, not just some kind of cheap, stereotype of a character with one note or one speech to make. Everybody has more depth, and I really like the storytelling going on here. While the gameplay is pretty simple, it still works fine. Let's wrap this up.
Sorry to have bothered you, sir. We'll go now.
I'll see you later, ladies.
Next time I'll do the talking, yeah?
He's tough. Wouldn't answer a single question. But he can't possibly be an internet whiz.
Yep, he's just a lonely old man. Let's cross him off the list.
Well, that's one person crossed off the list. See, I do have to say, though, that it feels like the voice acting was recorded in different studios. Mitzi sounds completely different than Susan? Yeah, Susan Ashworth. I keep forgetting her first name. It doesn't get said quite often enough. But, yeah, either they were recorded in different recording studios, or there's just a lot of reverb and other effects that are put on Mitzi. It seems very off-putting, like they're in completely different rooms, which doesn't make any sense because in the game they're standing right next to each other in the same room, so they should sound the same, somewhat the same. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.